If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 10 of the Wolfsburg Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. We had episode 10 of Chelsea this afternoon, and now it's time to hit double figures in this series as well. We start with actually quite a difficult home game against Werder Bremen. Now obviously last season their main goal scorer was Franco Di Santo, and he's actually moved on. He's at Schalke now, so they've lost a big goal scorer at Werder Bremen, but they do have still Aaron Johansson, who's obviously American, although you wouldn't necessarily have guessed that from his name, but he's a very, very good striker, and Ojtunali is a highly rated youngster as well in the midfield. In fact, I've had a couple of people saying to me that I should perhaps buy him in one of my career modes this year, so maybe I'll look into that. But Aaron Johansson is actually picking up the ball here after a really dodgy pass from me, unfortunately. Worked it back to Aaron Johansson, but he actually fires his first shot of the game wide after just 3 minutes. So kind of giving away a pass so early just kind of made me even more focused. So I was like, right, hang on a second, I really need to properly get my game on and not make sure that I don't give away chances like that, and just give them possession. So we had a chance of our own through Max Kruse there, unfortunately though hitting the post with his left-footed shot after just 13 minutes, and we're only a couple of minutes after that when the next chance of the game is going to come. Varinia's coming down the right-hand side, does well to push past Garcia, the defender, and doesn't quite have the pace to pull away a massive amount, but can whip in a devilish cross towards the back post. Unfortunately though, Draxler, with the pressure of the defender on in Gebre Selassie, wasn't able to keep the effort under control, and it flew high and wide. Had he been on his own there, I would have put money on him at least getting that on target. But Aaron Johansson's on the attack again for them here. Clearly their most offensive player was actually Ojtunali as well, having the shot in the end, but it was straight at Diego Benaglio. It was a comfortable save. But even more chances before the end of the first half. Just getting absolutely chopped there as he cut inside Ricardo Rodriguez. Obviously my best wing-back and probably my best defender, although Naldo would have something to say about that. But he dusts himself off to take the free kick himself. Obviously without Chananolu in the starting lineup, Ricardo Rodriguez is going to take the free kicks. And yeah, pretty glad that Ricardo Rodriguez is taking the free kicks. Really, really good finish. So he wins the free kick and then puts it away as well himself. So we have a 1-0 lead as we head into the second half. So much space here for Varinia in behind. Just got to find that bottom corner. The goalkeeper comes up with a very, very good save. Great reactions from him, because I did hit that pretty hard with Varinia, and he did well to get to it and push it to safety as well. So we continue to be on top. So Werder Bremen weren't necessarily offering much going forward in this second half, at least nowhere near as much as they did in the first, although that particular shot from Maximilian Arnold definitely could have been slightly better. Andre Schürrle cutting inside Gebre Selassie, who wasn't having the best of games. He was really being isolated back there at right back. We find Max Kruse on his right foot rather than his left, and he hits the post again, this time with his weaker foot, and we still can't extend our lead, but in the end it didn't matter. We were able to get all 3 points thanks to Ricardo Rodriguez's first half free kick. So pleased with the result, although it would have been nicer to, of course, have an extended lead. But as you can see, we are in a ridiculous run of fixtures right now. 2 days after the game against Club Brugge came that Werder Bremen game, and then 2 days after that comes a game against Darmstadt in the Bundesliga as well. We actually have them in the third game also in the Deutsche Pokal. So this is kind of a rundown or a rehearsal for the cup game coming up. We actually get a 3-day break before the cup game. Fantastic. So really looking forward to having a break with my players. But at the minute, we're starting with a rotation side, completely rotated 11 other than Diego Benaglio in goal from the one that played against Werder Bremen. And they're still pretty tired, some of these players, from the game in the previous episode against Club Brugge. So it was going to be difficult. We were definitely going to have to make sure that we were patient in possession and didn't needlessly sprint after defenders to waste stamina. So I was not necessarily pressing as much or as hard as I ordinarily would do in defensive situations in this game, and I wasn't necessarily trying to burst past players when going on the attack either. I was just trying to pick them apart with passing rather than kind of dropping a shoulder and then sprinting round someone. I had to be really, really cautious when it came to using my stamina in this one. But as you can see, the lack of pressing isn't necessarily helping us too much right now, as Darmstadt are having the majority of the early chances. They have a man free there, but luckily for me, the shot is fired straight at Diego Benaglio. And as you can see, eventually, in the second half, we are going to have ourselves a chance of our own, but you can see being very patient in the build-up. Danny Caligiuri, though, with a nice turn there, then dances inside the box. Brilliant feat, goes for the finesse shot straight at the goalkeeper, and you can probably well understand, considering the state of both sides' fitness, it wasn't the most entertaining of games. There weren't that many chances, and it did end 0-0. So we were hoping, though, for a better result in the cup game. I would have preferred, obviously, to get a solid result in the league and then maybe not too fussed about the Deutsche Pokal, but considering we got a point in the league, I kind of wanted to just prove to myself that that was because of the state of the squad rather than the fact that Darmstadt were that good a side. So I went into this one with the main focus of just trying to destroy them and rip them apart. So we're starting a much stronger lineup, as you can see, much similar to the side that played against Werder Bremen than the one that played in the previous game. Farinya, Draxler and Schürrle back across the three with Max Kruse up top, Maximilian Arnold and Luis Gustavo in the holding roles. So Darmstadt, actually, to be fair to them, they are, I believe they're a newly promoted side. I might be wrong, I might be thinking of Ingolstadt, but I think Darmstadt came up with Ingolstadt as they finished first and second in the Zweibundesliga. I'm not entirely too sure, and again, you'll have to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, which you guys very kindly do when I ask you to. So, but, you know, we're trying to get a decent result here. Max Kruse gets a great turn in. Unfortunately, though, it's a very good block by Sulu, but we were on top at the beginning of this one rather than being on the back foot as we were in the cup game. But again, a weak pass from Arnold. I think it was Arnold in the game against Werder Bremen that gave away that ball as well, that led to their first opportunity of that game, and it only took a good save from Benaglio reaching away down to his left to stop them from taking the lead with that one. So again, that kind of, after I'd been trying to take my time in the previous game, I thought, you know what, hang on, let's actually step things up here and go for the throat here against Darmstadt now that we've got a stronger, more physical side and just sheer better quality in each individual position. Let's go for the win. So we all go all out for the win. So we had a chance there with Arnold. It was well blocked and deflected out for a corner by the defender, and then the resulting corner was only headed over, unfortunately. Rouse pushing down the right-hand side here, or left-hand side here for them in the second half, but we picked it off and we're going to work it forward. Arnold into Kruse. Going to turn inside the defender really nicely, and they're a great finish across the goalkeeper with his stronger left foot. Use the outside of his left foot rather than using his right there, and it's a very good finish. Max Kruse makes it Wolfsburg 1, Darmstadt 0. That was something we couldn't do in the previous game. Julian Draxler works it up wide to Varinya here. There is space to push into, but decides to cut inside instead. There's even more space inside. Lays it off to Arnold. Arnold tries to place it in the bottom corner, and just it glides off his foot, and he isn't able to find the bottom of that left-hand corner of the net. I was really disappointed with that finish. We could quite easily be 3 or 4-0 up in this game by this point, but the finishing just wasn't quite there. Max Kruse, although, works it back out wide to Schürrle here. You can see how tired he is pushing down this left-hand side. Great ball inside, though, to Manolo Gabbiadini, who came off the bench as a substitute, and he hits the bar there. Really unfortunate. Varinya does get it back, but then Sulu with a brilliant tackle. Sulu actually was a very good defender for Darmstadt in this game. I'm probably going to end up scouting him or just having a look on Foothead for him, just out of curiosity to see how good he is and how young he is, because I was very impressed with how he played in this game. But our win in the game against Werder Bremen and the draw against Darmstadt in the league has moved us to top of the Bundesliga, and we are obviously now through in the Deutsche Pokal. I would have liked to have won in the league, and honestly would probably have preferred to go out in the Deutsche Pokal just to avoid the fixture congestion, but we'll take top of the league even if we are quite tired as a squad. We've only lost one game this season, although Dortmund do have a game in hand, as you can see. In fact, almost everybody has a game in hand on us. Everybody but Werder Bremen has a game in hand on us, so we could still drop all the way back down to 4th again, but hopefully we won't, and our goal difference is better than Schalke, so even if they win by 1 goal, we'll still stay above them. But we're definitely staying in the Champions League spots for now, so that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Apologies if it was a little bit, if the commentary was a little bit off. I have about 4 minutes before I have to leave the house to go to a gig tonight. So thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check all of the links in the description of my social media. Check the channel page for any videos you may have missed over the past few days, and I'll see you next time.